See, the day is Tuesday, and we're on day 170. And the day is, I call it the One Thing Day, where I do a One Thing recap of the One Thing podcast, which was out yesterday. Dang, man. Yeah, I mean, it was a good podcast. I mean, when he was talking, he had a guy on there, I forget the guy's name, but he was talking about the pillars of good leadership or culture. One of them was like character, consistency was one of them. I think maybe empathy may have been one of them. I mean, it's classic things that we normally do in order to create trust for people to trust us, right? You know, doing what you say you're gonna do. Don't be wishy-washy. Telling the truth. You know, just having that good integrity. Kind of boils down to, and listening. You know, a lot of times you gotta listen. He said he did, a lot of listening to the people that's around you, because they want to know that know that you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And my boy Stephen Covey always said, with people, fast is slow and slow is fast. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. But back to the podcast. The main thing, and I touched on this last night, but the main thing I liked about it is how it ties into the one thing, which is drilling down and finding out what their lead domino is. What's the main actionable thing I can do? Because having things too vague, meaning that we can't move, there's no action there. We don't know what to take or who needs to take that particular action until we ask enough questions to get enough clarity. Clarity is the key, I'm telling you. Clarity is the key. And courage, right? Clarity and courage is the key. And having some people around you. One of the things, like he said, you're the average of the 5 closest friends. And then if your average is not where you want to be, then the easier thing to do is to change your friends. Network, get around different people, get in new places. And that's why sometimes people move to Hollywood if they want to be stars, or move to Tennessee if they want to sing songs. But and that's what my son's thinking. He's thinking of moving to Hollywood too, because he want to get into films and stuff like that. So that may be the thing. But here locally now you don't have to do a lot of moving to start changing your friends. I know I changed a lot of my friends just, trying to just meet them on social media, joining groups. It's a lot of like-minded people out there in groups, so you can join groups and hang out with them in there and discuss topics and stuff like that. And lucky for me that I got my family, and we kind of bounce each other off each other and raise each other up. But we also listen to podcasts. We also listen to audiobooks. We're also talking to other people that's on a high level. But back to the podcast, he was talking about, how being transparent is a good word, but people got to understand that transparency means showing the flaws, not just showing the accolades. Hey, I just won, $2,000. I just got a raise. I wasn't supposed to tell nobody. No, just how much money. No, that kind of stuff. It should be your problems, being able to show that you are human, especially to your kids. You want to, I've been trying to institute that along with my kids a lot. It's, hey, I'm not perfect. We don't have all the answers. I tell them all the time, we don't have all the answers. We just told you all the answers that we know. And if you come across some new answers, then you should share it back with your family. And so that's what they do. They go out, they get new answers, they come back, they bounce it around, we test it out. And it's asking that word, just those questions. How, when, where, who, what. And like I said, I don't use a lot of whys in the context. Simon Sinek, why should I do something, is good. But why I didn't do something is not good. I mean, I say it ain't good, but just depending on at my new level now, 170, I think I could probably start using some whys, but I don't use stuff like why did that happen or stuff like that. I'd probably replace that, how can I stop this from happening again? And then that may lead to why did it happen? You see what I'm saying? But I'm going on the positive side of figuring out how can I stop this from happening again? How can I eliminate this in the future? How can I further shield myself? How can I, and that's why I come up with an answer. I keep asking how, what, who, where, when, until I come up with something that I can kind of move on. So right now, classic example. How can I get my Facebook ads out this week? That's what I want to do. I can start by, start back watching videos on creating Facebook ads. I could do that. Because I think I got an ad that's almost complete. I just got down to the visuals. I just couldn't decide on the visuals to use. Whether go with video, the copy, the print, all the thinking in on the words, what's right, what's wrong, because I was trying to get it perfect. And then, I guess I don't have to get it perfect. I just need to just kind of put something out there to get the ball moving, right? And that's where I'm at. So I should go ahead and post that regardless. Make sure that I got the step to start looking back. Oh, maybe I could just pull it up and bounce it off the family. I need to rethink that whole business plan anyway. I need to get it all drawn out on paper. Maybe that's what I need to do first. Get that whole business plan drawn out on paper. I had it in my head. I kind of laid the elements down, but I need to go ahead and draw it all out on paper. Treat this thing like a business. That's what I got to do, That's what I feel like doing. Feel like doing that. Let's just do that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to start drawing it. But I may have to do this at work. I may have to dedicate a time. And I'm not using work time if I'm dedicating the time at home for work. We already figured that out, right? So, how can I start? By finishing that 411. I need to have a 411 for the house. I know that, but I hadn't done that. So, what do I need to do? I need to probably institute looking at the 411 I got at work. I don't know if this is going right? I don't know. Because it seems like I'm still just kind of thinking of some things, you know what I'm saying? That would it seem like. I'm still just kind of thinking of some things. I don't know. Let's see how I can feel that out. I'm gonna go ahead and pop over in front of this guy. Since this guy want to do it all up, let him do it up. That man rocking and rolling. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to institute that part of trying to find that lead domino. I'm going to break out. Now what I'm finna do when I get off this video, I got to put in my one thing audio book. And I'm going to listen to that the rest of the way to work. And pick some tips up out of that so I can implement that into my daily activity. Peace out.